Yo, what's up, guys? What's going on? It is Lugo back again with Fat to Fit day 56. And I might sound a little bit different, and that's because I got a new mic. I got a whole new setup, new desk, monitor stand, mic mount, pretty much the whole 9 yards, except for monitors and a PC and some headphones. That's pretty much it. I upgraded everything else really. To make it more comfortable when I record stuff and just game in general. But moving on from that, I did some back, biceps, and rear delts today, and it was very nice. It was a really good session. What time was I deadlifting? I think I was deadlifting around 2:30 in the morning, and I finally got a chance to use my Avansis powerlifting shoes, which are just a flat shoe that retail for around, I think, 110. So I think in general, like just a normal price shoe. Some people might not like it, but pretty normal pricing for a shoe, in my opinion, especially for a training shoe. And they felt good, felt really connected. Might experiment with taking the insole out later down the line, but this was 255 pounds or 100 and something kilos, 116 kilos. Um, and it felt good. This felt easy. And I'm pretty glad, doing sets of 10 with this for now. When I started deadlifting late is pretty nice. Also, stiff bar kilos feels a lot heavier than it really is. And I'm just glad it moved. It was really nice. After that, I did some bent rows, which I'm pretty sure I should have kept on a flat shoe. For some reason, it just felt weird doing rows with the with my normal shoes, just because it has an incline to it. Um, and I also think that I was maybe swaying out the bar a little bit too far forward to try to get a good stretch. When I could have just let it rock down instead of out. And I did fix that because it did feel weird. And it kind of just felt heavy in general. Might have just been the bar being kind of messed up, but I did feel good doing these. Just felt like I was on my toes too much and like I was gonna fall forward. But that could really just be fixed with using better shoes when I train these. Did some leg raises. I should have done these when I was doing deadlifts, but I got lazy and I was just like, I'll just do them when I do rows. Did about 3 sets there, 3 sets of deadlifts, 3 sets of rows. And then after this, I am so glad that I'm able to use a pull down tower with the leg support, or not leg support, where your legs are secured to do pull downs, because I was doing pull downs on the floor, sitting, and losing leverage, which resulted in me having to go a lot heavier. And I was only using like a 140 here, and my back was getting torched. Really was trying to come down and then control it a little bit more on the way up. Doesn't look like I did it that well, to be honest. I definitely could have controlled it more, but I felt like I wasn't letting it, go as aggressive as I could have, or as I usually do. I felt like I was controlling it a decent amount. Um, and I think that first set was 140. I only did 2 sets here because this was more of a upper back focus day. And this was my other upper back movement, trying to target more of the upper back musculature rather than, the lat or the teres. Um, and after this, I did a underhand row where I was trying to not drive my elbow as far back. Uh, and here yeah, I did 2 reps and then I was like, I'm just gonna do one arm at a time. It just felt better. I was really trying to drive my elbow down and in here, and not drive my scapula back as much, and try to really target the lower lat here. because this is my one lat movement for the day, and I honestly couldn't tell you if I did or not. It felt good, okay, like I was at certain times, but it for sure could have been better. And I'm unsure about this movement. I've always considered doing a underhanded row or like I think I was gonna do dumbbell row on this day, but I decided not to because I had so much lower back stuff already, targeting my erectors, and I really didn't want to tweak my lower back or tax it any more than I needed to. Being that I do deadlifts, bent over rows, and then I do some power shrugs later on in the workout, I really didn't want to tax it anymore. But I did this row, and I don't know how to feel about it. I know for sure that with something like a dumbbell row or even like a cable low row, maybe I could have felt it more. But again, this is my first time doing this movement really ever. Even before I didn't really do this a whole lot. So I'm not super overly stressed on maybe the fact that I did it wrong, but just trying to improve here. My top set was like 90 pounds for uh 10, I think. I think I did 10 reps and then 9. And then I backed down to like 70 pounds to just do a lot of reps and try to feel it more. And I felt like I accomplished that with this. This is a really long set here. I think maybe I was driving my elbow too far back. I really didn't want to drive it that far back, but I was kind of unaware how far back I was going. I don't want to go past the midline. I really wanted to stop there and really drive the elbow in and into the lower lat as much as possible to really get the largest lower lat contraction that I could. But looking at this, it feels like I drove it a little bit too far back, and was targeting more of mid back musculature than what I really intended. Given that I already did a lot of a upper back stuff today. Um, and I might just do dumbbell rows next week anyway. I feel like I could do a lot better of a job on targeting the lower lat with dumbbell rows than with this. But moving on from the training, something that I really wanted to talk about was dealing with doubt when it comes to training, when it comes to losing weight, and kind of just in general life because I've been having doubt in myself, and mostly just because I've lost a lot of weight before, and it's never really been easy. And dealing with stagnation and sitting in one spot and feeling like I'm not progressing. It tends to let the doubt creep in and feels like maybe I won't get to where I'm going. And that's never something easy to deal with, really, um, because there is really no answer to it because at least I'm doing everything possible that I can to lose the weight. And like I've discussed before, it's just time, and feeling like the doubt set in, it really makes you start to question whether you could do it or not. But I am doing it, and to those that are watching, you are doing it as well, and that's what really matters. And dealing with the doubt, I just have to constantly reassure myself that I know what I'm doing. I've lost the weight before, and if you are feeling like maybe you don't know what you're doing, finding information from reputable sources, maybe getting a coach, um, and really reassuring yourself of that, because when you know what you're doing, you should never feel that doubt because you should trust in yourself or the person that is helping you that you're doing what is correct. And when you're doing what is correct, it will always lead to the outcome or a similar outcome that you are trying to achieve. And there should be no doubt, because if there is reasonable doubt, then maybe you aren't doing what it is that you're supposed to doing, and it should lead you to reevaluation. But in my opinion, doubt isn't a bad thing. It's you're questioning yourself because you really truly care about what it is that you are doing. And in this case, the weight that I'm losing and that I'm trying to lose, um, I'm doubtful because I've lost it before, but I know that I could lose it again. It's just maybe doubting that I could keep it off, because I've pretty much been overweight my whole life. So there is reasonable doubt to believe that I can't keep it off this time because I haven't kept it off before certain times. Um, but I know that this time around it's different and I have different factors in play, and I'm a lot more open minded about nutrition and a lot smarter about nutrition than I have been in the past. And really just understanding that the diet doesn't end when you have a cheat day, and it shouldn't. And you should never get down on yourself. And I said this before in another video about cheating on your diet or feeling like you can eat certain things, because really at the end of the day it's about making healthier conscious choices, because this if you really want this to be sustainable, it has to be integrated into your life to some degree, and just consistently making smarter choices about eating, especially when the holidays are around or you're trying to go out with friends or you're having drinks. Just understanding that it could set you back, but it also couldn't. If you just make better decisions, like if you go out to a steakhouse or somewhere to eat, instead of getting burger, fries, mott sticks, onion rings, just get a burger and fries. That alone should be enough not only to make you full, but to satiate you and feel satisfied. And that's a decision that you have to make if you're committed to becoming a healthier version of you. Or, if you're steakhouse or somewhere that serves steak, New York strip, ribeye, and a carb source, a potato, a mac. Don't get potato and mac. I usually just get a steak, potato, or mashed potatoes, and then a vegetable, broccoli or carrots or something. Um, and just being conscious about it, not drinking soda, if you can, water. But if you really want something sweeter, a Diet Coke or something along of that sorts, and then just understanding how to make healthier food and alternatives at home to really combat cravings, getting lower calorie solutions, stuff along that sorts, because if this is really important to you, you will treat it as a priority, and that is on you to do that. Nobody else is going to do it for you. Nobody else is going to help you. It is all up to you, and you should take responsibility for that. But this video has come to an end. If you enjoyed, please consider leaving a like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you for day 57 and some legs tomorrow. Enjoy your day.